Hey guys. So, I don't know about you guys, okay? But me personally, I like good old clear intentions, okay? Like when people have intentions for you, I think it's better when they are open. Just like fucking spell it out so I can make an informed decision with whatever those intentions may be. But that's dealing with other people, right? Other people's intentions with me. And so lately, I've been thinking about my own intentions for myself, my life, my family, I don't know, all the things. And as I do, I started wondering, I don't know, you guys, but it's like if they're our own intentions, right? Our own friggin' plans, then why is it so difficult for us to understand them? I mean, why is it harder sometimes to be clear and honest with ourselves? So yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. And I was guided to look up the word intention, even though I already know its definition. But, you know, when I'm guided to do something, I do it. And of course, once I looked it up, there was a reason. Because, funny enough, I found that in medicine, intention means healing a wound. And geez, if that's just not driving the nail home on how we can control our own self-healing by honoring those intentions we have for our own highest good. I mean, we literally choose every day. We choose where we place our energy. Our mood is determined by where we allow our energy to focus. So I started wondering, why do we choose to focus on shitty things so much? And then it came to me, clear as day, because we forget. We forget that we always have that powerful fucking choice. The choice to where we put our energy in. We always have the choice. And we forget because we look at shitty things. And because we focus on that shitty thing that we're looking at, then we turn around and some other shitty thing wants in on the action, right? And before we know it, we snowball. And we say, this is shit, everything's shit, I'm shit, right? And when we do that, we begin to unconsciously lose our control over where we want our energy to focus. And again, I urge you, always try to look at things from a bigger angle. I know it's not always easy. I know. Trust me, I know. But try. And what I mean is we should try to understand how things are. They are actually working out for us, even if we can't quite understand how yet. I think it's important to remember that sometimes we have to lose what isn't good for us to make room for what is. And we fight that because we're so used to looking at the shit. It becomes comfortable shit, yeah? Imagine it like this, okay? Let's say you have a nice shelf, right? It's like a fucking wall shelf. Like some IKEA bullshit you got for like $5 because you just really wanted some meatballs, but you drove your ass all the way there and now you feel obligated to buy something. Yeah. And let's say it's not a big shelf, okay? It's like the size of a good sub sandwich, okay? Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So you have this IKEA shelf, yeah? And on this shelf is where your cheap IKEA ass, okay, is gonna store your energy. And remember, you want to display only your best energy here, okay? The energy that's good feeling for you. Okay. But instead, what you start doing is you start adding all these shitty energy, I don't know, knickknacks. And soon, your energy shelf is full of all these stupid fucking knickknacks that you never even wanted. If you don't know what knickknacks are, they're like little display things that you put around, you know. They listen, like for me, I already told my mom, I think knickknacks were like a big thing in the 80s and 90s, and I don't know why, but they were. And I already told my mom I don't want any of her knickknacks. I don't. She keeps telling me and my sister that she's saving them for us. No. I'm like, I don't want them, Mom. I love you, but I don't want them. I'm not a knick-knack person. Because to me, they're nothing but dust collectors. They serve no purpose for me, okay? And that's what I'm getting at. That's what you're doing with your energy shelf. You're storing all the shitty knickknacks that you found along the way, right? But the whole reason you have your energy shelf is to save your very best things on display. Your happy fun times, right? Your happy emotions, right? You want good to come to you. You want to look at your shelf and see good. You know, maybe display a nice plant, perhaps, huh? Not a fucking porcelain duck wearing a raincoat from some fucking 1984 Avon catalog, eh? That's how we do ourselves dirty with our own best energies. We don't have room on our shelf because we've been filling it with all that shit that doesn't matter. It doesn't serve our best good. Basically, whenever we choose to focus on perspectives that don't serve us, then we become a prisoner to what doesn't work in our lives. And the sad truth is, we've done it to ourselves. It's a self-imposed prison. A self-imposed prison when all we claim to want is to be free from it. But that's the fucking thing. We are so easily freed from it. I wish, personally, that I figured that out sooner. Right? I mean, if you did, okay, if you're listening to this episode and you did, first of all, kudos. I mean, if you're living this law of attraction way of life, then you know exactly what I mean. It's just like one of those fucking moments when you can't believe how oblivious you've actually been, like your whole fucking life. But hey, we learn, right? That's the whole point. Because the trick to learn is even if we have given in to those shitty things, them damn knickknacks. I don't know what other people call them. Hold on. Let me Google synonyms. All right, let's see. We have trinkets, baubles, novelties, a fucking gewgaw. What the actual fuck? Okay, now I don't feel so bad for saying knick-knack. I wonder where the words get origin from. These words that don't make no sense. Anyway, moving on. We've just always called them knickknacks. I don't know. Fucking gewgaw. Jeez. It sounds like a thing like a cowboy would yell at the end of a movie. Gewgaw! Shit. Anyway, those shit things, okay, of the past that left us feeling fucking flat, depleted. Did you know that even though you decided to put those things on your shelf, you decided to look at them for so long, that you have the power to call back those non-shit energies that you thought were lost? You do. And it's so fucking easy to do, you guys. You just gotta learn how to focus your own damn intentions. Again, healing those wounds. I love that I found that. Paging Dr. Jen, medicine woman. Shit. And I'm going to tell you, okay, first and foremost, the best intention to start with is the love of yourself and what speaks to your core being, your inner truth, your soul. All I picture is like that angel spotlight that comes down from the heavens in movies and shines on you as you like start realizing this, like, shit. Because see, love is like a medicine. It's not a tangible pill we swallow, but it is a magic elixir that honestly is the most intelligent form of medicine we have at our disposal. And it costs nothing. There's no need to have insurance. You just gotta have trust. I mean, with love, right? Even the thought of death just turns into another form of living. There becomes a sense of something greater beyond life, beyond this physical one, right? Talk to anyone who's tapped into their own spirituality in any way, and they no longer fear death. They don't. And they don't because of love. It's that simple and pure. Honest. And we all have this genius healing system built into us. Love alone is a genius process that when we feel into it, we can literally turn anything and everything into a different pathway of life itself. There's nothing impossible for love, you guys. Simply because it's not bound by the mind. And trust, you guys, trust is a big law of love. And when we find our own ability to fall into a trust and love ourselves, love others, love life as it is, that's when we open up so much energy because we flow. Trying to force and go against the natural flow blocks our energy. That's when things feel shitty all the time, see? And because we flow, those energies begin to bring us our wild wishes. Dreams that seem so unfathomable, right? Are now riding like a cosmic jet stream toward us, like a raft, you know, on like a very rapid river, yeah? And I, for one, think that's pretty fucking cool. And because we have the energy focused on love, this actually creates more energy to spare. It does. That energy that used to be caught up in worry or doubt or fear. And now we have so much fucking room on our little IKEA sub-sized shelf, you guys. Knickknacks be gone. Goo-gaw. Again comes the angel spotlight. No, but it's true. The thing that we also forget is the whole sense of duality that must exist. Okay? Let me see. They did a study once with married couples or dating couples, whatever, and they asked them to tally the number of interactions between them. And let's say the couple had 10 interactions a day, just conversations and stuff like that, and that 8 of the interactions were considered by them to be positive and 2 were considered negative. Do you think that's good? Probably, right? 8 positives, damn. Do you think the couple will be one of those ones that quote unquote make it? Yeah? Actually, no. This couple will become dissatisfied with this relationship, even though it's mostly positive interactions according to them. It's true. And let's say the number's reversed. There's 8 negatives to 2 positives. Guess what? This couple also becomes dissatisfied with each other. And you know, you're like, well, what the fuck? Can't win either way, right? But the truth is, people become dissatisfied in these situations because humans are dualistic by nature. And we crave the authenticity of balance. A couple with 10 daily interactions, okay? And 5 of those are considered positive by them, and 5 are considered negative by them, are going to be far more satisfied together because of that truth in balance. The relationship feels more real because it is. I mean, we all know a too positive situation, after a while it gets boring and predictable. If you're in a relationship with somebody that's too positive all the time, you start to feel like they're fake as fuck. And if you're in a relationship with somebody that's fucking too negative all the time, it gets volatile. I don't want to be around that shit. That's like looking at a fucking 18,000 wall shelves of fucking shitty knickknacks. But when 2 people can come together and be honest with each other and also with themselves for speaking their truths, then that needle, it stays even. It won't swing too far in either direction because the intention is on the energy of what's happening and dealing with its full weight as it's happening. And because there isn't time for those dense energies to build up, like fear and doubt, the situation weighs far less. And it is easier to move out of the way when it doesn't serve either person's best good. Trying to fight our duality is how we end up in fights. Basically, we fight it with ourselves. And the longer we drag it out, the more the ego gets involved and fills us with that fear and doubt and overthinking, right? And it bubbles out at those outside of us who happen to trigger that which we are brewing over silently within. The best way to work with another is to simply let them know. If someone is doing something you enjoy from them, tell them. Right? Now I'm going to talk about the positive side of it for a little bit. When they're doing the thing, right? Tell them when they're doing the thing, or right after, right? Like, hey, well, we were at my parents' house and, you know, you laughed at my dad's stupid jokes. I really appreciated that. Right? It's stupid shit. The mind likes to do good, you guys. It will equate the action with a good result. And we'll want to do that again in the future. So more behaviors like that will continue to come out in this relationship. And it's just the same with working out, right? Or teaching your kids or training animals. Reward breeds more positive behavior. And humans crave the reward of love in any way. I mean, shit. Is it really too much to be nice and let someone know when they do or say something that makes you feel happy around them? Especially if you crave more of that in your fucking life and you want this person in your life? I don't know. And I know at first it sounds like manipulation, but it's not. It's just pure kindness working the way it naturally does. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to work with it in this way, you yourself have to come from a place of pure love, unconditional love. That's actually what shifts it from being manipulative, see? You have to let go of the envy of someone doing something good or getting it right, becoming a better person, all that shit. You can't let the ego step in. has to come from your heart. I mean, the way I look at it is nobody wants to feel like they can't interact with people. But so many struggle with it. And that's why they overcompensate by putting on a facade and acting in ways that don't benefit, because the mind has convinced them to overthink and they've caved to it. And I don't know. I try. Every day I try to be as open as I can with people, right? It goes back to the clear intentions. If you give somebody those clear intentions, then they can make an informed decision for whatever's for their best good. You can't bend their free will, but by being clear and honest, you can see further, right? Especially within relationships, all kinds. I don't know. I like I said, I try to be open with people, clear, because I just feel like if they are meant to be around, then they will. And that's not to say I've misjudged. I'm not perfect. Not even fucking close, thank you very much, please. You can ask my friends. I mean, sometimes I just say random fucking shit, like no filter. I'm working on it. Not really. I don't give a shit. And people, they'll look at me funny. I don't know. I've just learned to accept. That's okay. They're not my people. And you just gotta learn that you don't have to be for everyone. Yeah? I think, the whole social media thing has made us feel like we have to appeal to everyone all the time. Fucking why? It's all them fucking likes and hearts and all that bullshit. Appeal to you. Appeal to you, and then the people who are meant to be around you will be. That's how you know your true friends, your true partners in life. They're not going to run from the authentic you. I guess, read your own situations. But maybe just think back to this while you're in those situations if you can. You might just change your relationships. You never know. You might find that clarity you seek. I guess it goes back to that saying, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you react to it or respond to it is even better. Like if you love a person in any sense of that word, right? And you want the best for them, truly want the best, then responding in an encouraging manner when they do something that aligns with your values is just, well, I don't know, a fucking logical thing to do, yeah? It comes from the heart, not the ego. The ego won't want you to do that. Because once you do, the situation changes towards a better place, and then the ego has no hold over it anymore. Because it's authentic and real in the moment. And because it is, doubt and fear don't have time to develop, and they cannot exist where there is peace and truth and love. They just can't. Not if it's real. Nothing real can be threatened. It's like when you call out only the negative, right? And I've seen people do this over and over. It goes back to my last episode around effort and appreciation, huh? Okay, I'll give you an example. We've all seen those, families that are out and about, and their children are just chaos on legs, right? At least it appears that way. Like, there's no respect for anything or anyone. They don't seem to understand boundaries at all. But next time you're in one of those situations, be observant, okay? Watch the interaction of the parent with that kid. Usually, and in order to do this too, you have to put aside your own perceptions of how people should behave. Just observe. Open heart, open mind, just observe, okay? Usually the parents are in their own world, right? They're focused on only what they want. Maybe they're shopping, maybe they're talking on the phone, maybe they're playing fucking Wordle, I don't know. But what's actually happening is the child is seeking only love and validation from that parent. But over time, the parent has shown again and again that the attention to the child is not their priority. The only time it becomes priority, and the child knows it will be instant priority, is when the child is acting out. So the child begins to associate the much desired parental attention with acting out. Acting out only, sometimes. And so the child will act out just because he knows the attention he seeks will be given. That's fucking sad, but it's true. We control how we respond to all situations. As we become more conscious of self, we can learn to respond better. As we learn to better respond, we're able to naturally teach those we love how to better respond as well. Of course, not overnight. Not fucking overnight. These habits took time to become. Yeah? So don't be coming after me after like trying for 3 days, okay? Repetition causes behaviors over time. So you must open yourself to understand that over time, repetition will also change them. See? And that's how our physical and emotional bodies are so aligned, right? You want to see defined abs? You got to repeat the sit-ups until they form, right? Get what I'm saying? Again, whatever we focus on comes into focus. Focusing on a child's bad behavior only breeds more of it. Focusing on when they do something good will show them that good feeling they seek. I mean, a smile goes a long way if you think about it. It can make someone's day. A simple smile. At least in my experience, it can. Look, bottom line is, being grateful and satisfied with what is in your life is how to make it the best for you. That's what I'm getting at. I guess when you show someone that what you're grateful for in them, then they'll give you more of that because they feel loved, honored, and appreciated for just being who they are. It's about learning for yourself that always looking for something or someone better will always leave you feeling alone in the end. And wanting constantly instead of appreciating what you have, I just don't feel like that's any way to live. If you live in a sense of true gratitude, then what you want easily flows to you. That's the catch we fail to realize, often until it's passed us by, unfortunately. Like, I'm sure your original intention wasn't to be a fucking douche. At least I would hope so. Shit. But reality is sometimes, you guys, we're all guilty of being kind of douchey, right? It's all about learning to be aware of it. Acknowledge it. Fucking own your douche. And then, and only then, can you make steps to outwit your inner douche and be a person who lives from their true self, their heart-centered self. Try it. Maybe now, or maybe on a summer's eve. Shit. See, that's one of those things that I would say that get me funny looks. I'm just saying. Fuck. I don't care. I'm me, and that's that. Thing is, okay, in order to undouche ourselves, we need to be able to accept the situation at ground level. Like, once you start growing, you do start to understand that most of what we think is wrong is actually an illusion. But honestly, okay, when you're fucking in the thick of it, and someone comes along and tells you, oh yeah, that's an illusion, don't worry about it. Well, that's called spiritual bypassing. And it's annoying as fuck, okay? It is. And guys, that has not and will never get you the clarity you seek around these illusions. It won't. Look, I know for me, before I began my own self-healing, an awkward ass awakening process, okay? I would give a big old fuck you to people who would have come at me in this way. Because truth is, we can only accept from where we're at. And what awkward awakening does for you is it allows you to see that wherever you are at is okay. And that if you are intent on putting the work into you for your best good, then it will allow you in your own time to see through that illusion. And I tell you this, okay, as someone genuinely guided and interested in helping. If I wasn't, I would tell you all the good things and make my life seem so fucking peachy. That's, what do they call them? Influencers. That's what they do. I'd rather inspire you to do for yourself. Yeah? True can you see? I can't even talk. I'm not perfect. True spirituality lets you know that it's a process. It's a process. And I always thought people who want to go through it should be more aware of it as a process. And it's not an easy one to tackle all the time, you guys. It's not. And that's just me being honest with you. I can give you all my advice, what's worked for me, inspiring words. You want a Zenish fucking word a day calendar, you just let me know, okay? But at the end of the day, it's gonna be on you. And you alone. So take those steps that you find that help you on your way, yeah? Help you find your way through that illusion in your own time. That's all I'm saying. But you do have to feel the pressure of what that illusion is trying to show you. And the only way we can do that is to be with it. Not dwell in it. But yes, you still have to feel it in order to be able to acknowledge it. And I'm fucking sorry if that's not what you want to hear. But you do. And only you can for yourself when you are ready. Not when someone else badly wants you to or tells you to suck it up. Nope. Only you decide when to suck it up. And that's the absolute best and worst aspect of accepting our own power. What I'm saying is being spiritually awake isn't about being happy all the time. It's more about feeling all your emotions from a state of higher consciousness. And that means being able to create a space for it where you feel safe in looking at it from a place of light. And then you'll see that by giving all the feelings equal attention in this light, that is when it has the transformation ability, yeah? And that will release those dense energies that are stuck in the energy body, the ones that seem to be weighing you down like we talked about earlier, see? And it takes some time. It takes some time to see that whatever happens to us and appears to be in the way, that actually is the way. Like I said before, it's part of what is you. And remember that mantra from my last episode. I am the way. What's that old saying? The only way out is through. That. Yep. And when it's your time to get through, you will. Intend it. And trust it. And you will. Googa! But honestly, the way I see it is we all want to feel better in our world. We all have that intention. So why not just start putting that energy out there and being able to share a better experience in our world with each other as we gradually head towards that feeling? And it doesn't have to be massive. Let's start in our own little pockets of the world, yeah? And we do this by simply intending to show up. Show up for what is. Find the genius of love in life itself by seeking the unconditional acceptance of it. When we do, we are seeing ourselves step out of our own inner ignorance, and we dismiss the acts of judging, fearing, resisting, right? Those that once clouded us and hid us from that love. That tasty magic elixir we all have the recipe for, yeah? So, let's take our medicine now, shall we? Okay, that's all for now, my friends. I intend this episode helps you start stepping into your best life when the time is right for you. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.